Hello,
Hello,
how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really well, thank you. So, my name is Ava. I'm 21 years old. I'm originally from the US, but right now I'm living in Mexico.
My name is Saad Rafiq. I am 31 years old. And I'm from Pakistan, but currently I am here in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, great. And what do you do in Saudi Arabia?
I'm engineer here, working as an engineer.
What type of engineering?
Construction plants, oil and gas. We are dealing
Oh,
with
wow.
projects, yeah, construction projects.
So it's like civil engineering, but you also do some oil and gas.
It's yeah, little bit only civil engineering, but majorly is oil and gas projects.
Nice. I think there's a lot of that in Saudi Arabia, huh? Oil and gas
Yeah,
projects. Yeah,
yeah,
very
yeah.
cool. And what are your goals with English?
My goals are English. Those are not specific. Just I want to learn it. I want to learn it in a proper way. That how we can speak well, how we can write well. That is what I am planning, and I'm trying to focus and engage my activities and times on these things.
I see. So, what other coursework or what other types of lessons do you use outside of Cambly?
Uh, I I don't use other lessons or other activities. Just I try to read a lot and I try to write as well. That is formal writing, informal writing. That is what I do practice for myself.
That's fantastic. And that's especially important from a business perspective.
Yeah, business perspective as well, and for professional communications as well,
Hmm.
technical communication, professional communication.
Definitely. So,
So what do you do?
I'm a student currently. I'm going into my last semester of undergrad at the University of McGill University. But because it's remote, I am staying in Mexico with my boyfriend and his family. I'm just doing the online school. And then once I graduate, I'll go back to the United States.
Which subjects you are studying there?
I study history and international development.
History and international development.
Hmm.
So what are your strengths, history or international development?
I think I gravitate a little more towards history. If I could do it again, I think I would do history, Latin American studies, and a minor in international development. Because even though I really like the idea of the coursework and how you can look at problems from so many different angles, because they use all types of disciplines to study international development, which is a huge category. I think in most of my core classes is where I got the most important information and the most important context. So
Mhm.
I don't think I would put so much time and energy, or I think I would shift my priorities a little more towards history, a little less towards international development, because it's not that I liked it less. I just feel like I didn't need that many credits to understand the principles. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah, yeah,
mm-hmm,
I got it.
yep.
And the history, that is global history or US history?
So my school doesn't really let you take a specific specialization in history because they don't want people literally taking 100% of their courses in one area of the world and not knowing anything about other areas of the world. So they encourage you to take all different types of classes. So I don't have a specialization per se, but what I am naturally more drawn to is history of the Americas, not just US, but Canada, Mexico, South America, all of that.
All of that.
Mm-hmm. And do you like history?
Yeah, not too much, just some time
Mm-hmm.
when I get spare time and I don't have to read anything else, then I try to search about histories of different countries as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, documentaries are also a great tool, I think. Putting on a documentary on Netflix because it's passive learning. You don't have to do that much, but it's still a good way to absorb information.
Yeah. But in the documentary, a lot of things are fictional, fictions only, no? Those are not. They will not tell you the reality. So if we will go through the books and we will read the history books, then we will get an idea, and we will come to know what is the exact history and what was the real situation at that time,
Mm-hmm.
and how the world was moving at that time, and what they were facing, how they have improved, and until now where we are and where they were. We can get an idea.
Mm-hmm.
In the documentary, we can just waste our time on watching movies, documentaries. We will not learn, but we can absorb just top informations only. Na? Whatever they will want to reflect, you tell you that is what you will get. Otherwise, in detail, you will not get a clear concept and actual information, the required information.
I see.
Sometimes we see the documentary, but we are not having proper intention. We just watch it as a movie, as a documented information only. But in reality, we cannot dig out the history. We cannot get a core concept of the history.
So you think that even though documentaries try to depict historical facts, they're often dramatized, or it's often better to get your information elsewhere and then maybe have the documentary just as a supplement to your knowledge, not your main source of knowledge, but a little something on the side. Maybe it helps you understand, but you're not going to it for all the answers, right?
Yeah, exactly. That is what I
Fantastic. I think that's very true. A
see.
lot of
I was
sorry, continue.
what I was trying to tell you, you have explained in different way. You rephrase that one by using proper vocabulary and the specific words. That is what I am trying to improve, because a native speaker can speak in a different way, but a non-native speaker, they don't have they can communicate in a proper way. They can any guy make them understand that this is what we are planning to tell you, or this is what I am trying to describe you. But like native speaker, they can explain in totally different way.
Thank you. Well, let me
So
just
that
say
is
your English is excellent. And it's not just the fact that I can understand your English. You clearly know how to express complex ideas. I was just like I saw what you were saying and I saw what I could add on or what was just under what you were saying. Do you know what I mean? But you still expressed
you
yourself.
corrected me. You corrected me, na? In a more structured way, in a more structured way and in a well way.
Thank you very much. I'm glad it was a good way.
Yeah, you corrected. Yeah, because I speak for another 1 to 2 minutes, but you corrected me and you just given the complete idea within 30 seconds. That's all.
Oh, well, I'm glad that was helpful. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. This is what I am trying to improve myself, and the general English, the means at the speaking level, that's not a problem.
Hmm.
And vocabulary, I do have the vocabulary as well, and the grammatical concerns, I don't have so much issues. So I can write well and I can communicate well as well. But sometimes how to describe the situation and how to use the idioms, phrases, and complex structure and linking words, uh, that just like a native speaker we cannot do right now,
I know exactly what you
because
mean.
we are not
Uh-huh.
speaker, we are not native speakers, but we can communicate. And that is my main intention, to use Cambly. Then when I will speak with the native speakers, then I can review the videos, and I can have an idea that where I was lagging and how I was telling and I was describing the situation and I was discussing, and what I got from the native speakers and how they have responded. So that is what then I try to improve myself.
That's great. I know exactly the feeling that you described because I feel the same way with Spanish. Understanding people isn't a problem, vocabulary isn't a problem, grammar isn't a problem. Everyday conversation isn't a problem. But again, when you find yourself speaking for 1, 2 minutes trying to describe something complex, that's where you get kind of talking in circles, maybe you're not as clear as you want. You or like grabbing for one or two words that you don't really know how to use. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Yep, I feel that I'm at a similar place with my Spanish.
Mhm.
Do you?
So after graduation, what do you have planned? You will go for higher studies or not?
Yes, eventually. I'd like to work for about a year and then I'll go get a master's in law if everything goes according to plan.
Okay. So what about writing? Do you have writing skills?
Yes, lots of writing
So
skills
your
after
writing
3 years of
strong? Yeah,
essays.
your writing is strong or speaking is strong?
Do you mean in Spanish or just in general in my
No, no,
academic
no.
career?
In English. In
Oh, yeah.
English. In
Hmm.
English.
Yep, all I do is basically write for my examinations. It's been,
That is something different. Now, examinations are different, but creative writing. And speaking of creative writing, you know about creative writing?
I enjoy it. I used to do a lot more of it in the past, but I've been trying to
Hmm.
start again with quarantine and having a little more free time. I really love short fiction.
Hmm.
I love some types of poetry. I appreciate all types of poetry, and I love some types of poetry. And I also really have a desire to always be reading some type of nonfiction. I've got a bunch of nonfiction history books lined up on my bookshelves.
And what about formal writing?
In terms of formal writing, oh, formal writing is an everyday thing for me. When I have an internship at a big organization and I have to send emails on their behalf, I have to be formal. Even just navigating my university bureaucracy, you have to present yourself in a way to people that gets it across what you need from them and makes them feel good about the interaction so that they help you more easily. Um, and I've had different theses that I've had to write for all different types of classes. So
Okay.
mhm.
So when you have planned to get married?
Probably in a year or so. I plan to get married in a
In a
year,
year.
basically.
So what about your parents and siblings? They are where they are staying?
Right now, they're staying in the United States. They live in New Hampshire, a small state called New Hampshire. And
Mhm.
we're not originally from there, but we've spent a lot of time there. It's very beautiful. One of those states where the foliage turns all different types of colors in the fall. Got red leaves, orange leaves. Very beautiful.
So how's the climate here where you are staying right now?
The climate in Mexico or the
Climate,
climate back home?
yeah, in Mexico.
It's good. So we're just entering the rainy season. And that means it usually rains about once a day or storms about once a day for maybe half an hour. But other than that, it's lots of sunshine. Today's a little cloudy. Always a nice breeze, though. Always about 26 to 28 degrees. Very nice. No complaints at all.
What about Mexican food?
I love Mexican food. There's so much, right? It's like saying Indian food. There's not one type of Indian food. It's all different regions, cultures. There's so much to
Yeah,
discover.
in my last assignment, we were in remote areas and we were having a lot of Mexican guys
Ah,
with us. So once a week, all the Mexican dishes have been cooked by our mess catering company services. Na? The catering
mhm.
services company, they were providing us with once a week Mexican food. And I don't know exactly the name of the dishes, but the most famous dishes, and they were preparing for all of the guys, and we were enjoying
That's
a lot.
great.
It really, they were using a big pans and different variety of
Hmm.
dishes and sweet as well, and different salads as
Did they
well.
use
Mexican salad,
chili,
yeah,
different types of chili peppers?
chili peppers,
That's fantastic.
everything, na? Spicy,
That's
spicy,
great. So you had a nice variety.
yeah, nice
Hmm.
variety. So whenever I speak with any Mexican, I always ask about the Mexican
Hmm.
cuisine.
Yeah, definitely.
So You know how to cook it or not? You just enjoy it by going to
I'm not a great cook, to
hotels.
be honest. I still need to learn some solid cooking skills. I can feed myself, but I don't pride myself on my skills or anything like that.
If you are planning to get married after 1 year, then you need to be a good chef as well.
Maybe. My boyfriend is actually a fantastic cook. He is much better cooking skills
So
than
then
me.
no need, yeah, then no need. Then why it's required for you to cook? He will be there. He will cook for you everything.
Exactly. I like
Yeah.
the way you think. I'll chop up some stuff for a salad. That'll be my contribution. Or I'll boil the water and then he comes in and does the rest.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's nice. It's nice being with someone who has great cooking skills. Because I also learn from him. It's not like I sit here not wanting to learn. I try and be active. It's just most of the time his stuff comes out better than my stuff. That's the reality, right? But I try to learn. I try to keep up, and it's good.
Yeah, especially the girls and the wives, they also like such husbands or such boyfriends or such brothers that who can cook well, and they can just support for the cutting the vegetables and just topping it. That's all. The rest of the cooking, they will not do it, and they will like that. Okay, we have our friend, we have our husband, they can cook it,
Hmm.
so they would be more easier with them.
Hmm. Exactly.
Because in our culture, the boys, the brothers, they are not
Hmm.
cooking in our home. It's not the culture of Pakistan. Only the rare guys, if they are having their personal interest, then only they will cook. If someone will cook in their homes, then our sisters, wives, mother, everyone will be happy. Today we have party. Our brother, he is cooking for us, and they will be more happy with us in that
I
time.
see. So the men might participate more if it's for a big event or a party. Then everyone comes together a little bit more and does something in the kitchen and mhm.
Yeah, in routine activities, no one will touch a single vegetable. Na? Even though they will not visit the kitchen as well, they will say, no, 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 I need to this one. You can bring that to me. You can cook this to
Okay.
me.
Hmm.
They don't even want to take a glass of water as well for
Wow,
themselves only.
okay. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
one,
They will, they will like to order only, na? Okay, you kindly give me one cup of tea. Can you give me water?
yep.
Okay, I'm upstairs on the first floor. I'm in my room. I'm in the dining room. Or I'm in the restroom. Anywhere. I need this thing, and you need to get it ready within half hour. So I need to go somewhere, and my friends are coming. You can cook a variety of dishes. So the mother, wife, and the sisters, all they will cook, and they will do all the
That's
activities.
amazing, right? Because they do all this just day to day without getting any kind of, salary for it. But if you think about how expensive is a professional personal chef who can cook something for you within an hour, just because, you put the request in and then it's done. That's not cheap in an economy. So some
Yeah.
highly, highly skilled people behind that.
So did you ever speak with any Pakistani guy, or this is
Um,
first
I
time you are talking with a
I
Pakistani?
had a friend from university who was from Pakistan, but she
Mhm.
was a girl, so I don't think I've met any Pakistani guys necessarily. Maybe a few of her friends briefly,
On
but not like a oh
Cambly.
no, nope, not
On
on Cambly.
Cambly. Okay, this is first time you are
Yes,
talking with me,
exactly.
right? Uh, Since how long you are using
I am
Cambly?
pretty new on Cambly. I have just about 2 weeks on this app.
Okay,
Hmm.
2 weeks.
How long have you been using Cambly?
It's almost one and a
All
half
right.
month.
And how do you find it? What do you like about it?
It's good application if you have the spare time and you can engage yourself in a proper way. You can learn a lot, and you can get what you need from the Cambly. You can get that required material from here as well, either writing, listening, speaking. It depends on your choice, and it depends on your plan, how you plan it. You can, if you want to just have a general discussion, like what we are talking about right now, we can get a lot of guys, native speakers, to have a casual conversation. If I want to be specific for certain topics or certain guidelines, I can get such tutors as well who can guide in a
Mm-hmm.
proper way, and yeah, who can monitor your improvements as well.
Right.
Na? So that is what I have learned in 1.5 months from Cambly.
So lots of options, lots of
Always
different
I,
choices for your needs.
yeah, exactly. Always, yeah, always I do discussion as according to my mood. If I have the mood to learn, then I will go for the formal things, and I will go for the details, and I will ask questions as well. So sometimes if I'm not willing to discuss the routine activities, or I don't want to, then I will go for the casual
I see.
conversation.
Mm-hmm. And what other languages do you speak besides English?
No, no other
Oh,
language.
sure. Yeah,
Only our native language.
what is your native
Native
language?
language. Urdu,
Urdu.
Urdu
Uh-huh.
language, na? Urdu
And any
language.
Arabic, or do you just use English in Saudi Arabia?
Uh, Arabic I can read well, and I can read well. I can hear well, but I cannot speak. It's really difficult to
I
speak
see.
Arabic, but we can read in a well way. I can write. I can read, and I cannot understand the meaning of the Arabic. But if I will put some intention, I can learn it. It's not
Mm-hmm.
so difficult.
Do they speak many different languages in Pakistan, or is it mostly Urdu?
Yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. In Pakistan, after every 30 kilometers, or 35 to 40 kilometers, the language is changed, accent is
Wow.
changed.
But more than just the accent changes, right? The grammar might change, the words
Yeah, accent.
change. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So it's a very
Okay, I think our time is
Oh,
over.
okay. I have 7 minutes left, but if you want to go, that's fine too.
Okay, I think here you have
I
seven
do.
minutes. We can talk. Okay, okay, then it's okay, no problem. I was thinking maybe 30 minutes are over. So if it's okay, if we have 7 minutes, okay, no
Okay,
problem.
but if you'd like to do something else, that's perfectly fine with me too. You don't have to stay the full half hour with me.
No problem, no problem. Otherwise, I need to call
Okay.
someone else. So better I will
Okay,
speak
sounds
with.
good.
We'll finish it in a minute.
So Pakistan is a very linguistically diverse place.
Yeah, linguistically and rich traditions. We have rich traditions, values, Islamic values, cultural values, and social
Hmm.
values as well. So we are rich in
Nice.
traditions.
And is the capital of Pakistan? Oh, I don't want to get it wrong. I'm gonna check myself because I don't want to sound silly. I would have been right. Islamabad? Uh-huh.
Yeah, Islamabad.
Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I
Can you
have
tell
been
me a
there
little bit about it? What's it
frequently.
like as a city?
This is capital city of Pakistan, and all the corporate embassies and the ambassadors, they are living there, and it's structured in a very well way. You will get the proper transportation system as well, and the local government is also very strong, and municipality is very strong, and it's really very neat and clean city, and it is close to the hill station. It is just like one sort of hill station, and the climatic conditions are also very good. The temperature, it's not too hot, and it's not too cold as well. And we have a lot of historical places as well to visit there, and the corporate houses and
Hmm.
offices are there,
So very big
and
economy.
it's really good place.
Yeah.
It's really big city, and it's really good city to stay and to enjoy and to visit as well.
Great. Sounds like a lot of rich history and then a lot of big modern corporate booming economy too.
No, the economy of Karachi is much bigger than Islamabad, We have a
Mm-hmm.
metropolitan city, Karachi, and there the economy of Karachi is very vast. But this is corporate city, and we can get the
I
corporate
see.
culture there only.
So Karachi is pure corporate. Islamabad is a mix. Some corporate or
No, no, no. Islamabad
I
is
see.
pure
I see.
corporate. Karachi is mix. We can get the diversified business and diversified peoples in Karachi, and this is port city and metropolitan city. Before Karachi was the capital city of Pakistan in 19, I think something back maybe 20 years before. The Karachi was capital, but after that it was shifted to Islamabad, and Islamabad is now capital
I
city
see.
of Pakistan.
How often do you go home to visit family or?
Due to this corona, I stuck here. Otherwise, it was up to my mood. Sometimes I would like to go for 3 months, sometimes 6 months, sometimes
Wow,
one
so that's
year
a
as
lot of
well.
freedom
So it's
with
not,
your work schedule. That's
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, it's not, yeah, 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 yeah. I can go. It's not so difficult for me to go in Pakistan. I can frequently visit, even though on the weekends as well. I can go there. Due to this corona, I wouldn't able to see my family since
That's very
last six
difficult.
months.
I'm sorry about that. That can't be easy.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, yeah. We do expect that things will move and improve, and the situation of the world would be normal, and we will return back to the normal
Hmm.
situation. The world will retain the economy and the
Hmm.
situation as well.
Things are getting slightly better over there in Pakistan and in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, things are getting in Pakistan, particularly for Pakistan, we are recovering in a very good way, and now the Pakistan is in very good shape as
That's
well.
great.
And in Saudi Arabia, also the cases are very less right now. On the daily basis, the cases are not too much, and it is improved. The governments are taking initiatives as well for Pakistan as well, and for Saudi Arabia as well. And in Saudi Arabia, we are having the strict social gathering distancing, and we are frequently monitored by the local governments as well, the local bodies as well, and they will fine. They will give a heavy fine if someone will not obey the rules. They will give
I
a big
see. So
fine
there's
on them.
still a lot of scrutiny, still a lot of people examining the actions of the citizens, making sure that
Yeah, yeah,
the rules are still in place. Hmm.
yeah. The rules are
Hmm.
not scrutinies there. Yeah,
Well, that's good. I hope that within the next few months you'll be able to make some concrete plans about going home for a visit.
yeah. I do expect the same.
Where in Pakistan do you live? Close to Islamabad, closer to Karachi?
There is one city, Multan. It's very oldest city, and its history would be, I think more than three two thousand
Uh,
five hundred years ago, something like this. Multan. It's very old city. You can check on Google.
uh-huh.
Multan, Multan.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
I
I
live in
see here it's the
Multan.
major cultural and economic center of southern Punjab with a history stretching
Yeah,
into
exactly.
antiquity.
Southern
That's
Punjab.
very cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would love to visit a city like that. I really love cities where the architecture looks like it's from another time period. So even just
yeah,
walking around, you feel
yeah,
like you are not only in a different country, but
yeah.
maybe in a different century. Uh-huh.
Yeah, we have some areas, we have some historical places that are more than 3,000, 4,000
That's
years
incredible.
before. Yeah, really. We see, we cannot assume that this is the history. But I think sometime I do think that it is not only in Pakistan, everywhere in the countries. Maybe the same would be in United States as well. There would be some particular areas. The history would go back more than 3,000, four
Yep,
thousand years
definitely
ago.
when it comes to some place indigenous sites, like former Native American towns, archaeological sites, definitely. Hmm.
Yeah,
But I think it's impressive to see it so expansive and so well preserved too. Because even if we have those sites, we think, oh, it's like an
exactly.
hour, 2 hours to get there, and it's not that much to see. But with you, it's everywhere around you, it seems like. I think we're going to be cut off, so I'll say goodbye and have a great rest of your day.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, bye.